Hey there, great big world. Welcome to Seafox Tarot. This is Maddie, and today I'm going to do your daily reading for March 1st, Friday. The first reading of the month is always a little bit telling about what's going to happen in the rest of the month. So, as usual, I've already done some shuffling, and I'll just finish up here. We'll see what messages we have for today. All right, Six of Pentacles, Lovers, Seven of Swords. Okay, so we've got a Major Arcana card right here in the middle today, the Lovers. And then we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So let's start here with the Major Arcana. Yesterday we had 3 Major Arcana cards, which is like major shift. Today we have 1, and this is the 6th card of the Major Arcana, and it's about several different things. It can be about union, it can be about love. It can also be about making a decision and some sort of dichotomy, like male and female, having 2 options before you and needing to choose which path you're going to take. So, so it can have any of those meanings, and they sort of depend on what's around it and what the rest of the reading has going on. So let's take a look at the rest of our reading. Six of Pentacles. This card, Pentacles are about earth. They're about material objects, wealth, finances, jobs, all of those wonderful things. Anything we can touch, feel, smell, taste. And in the Six of Pentacles, we see a man handing out coins to these empty hands, and it's about giving and receiving, and it can be about giving or receiving. And frequently it's about, with this particular card, frequently it's about being in that position. The dogs next door are angry. I wonder what's back there. Maybe it's a skunk. I trapped one of those recently. It wasn't fun. That's another story though. So where was I? Yes, Pentacles. So he is giving. He's in the position of having more than he needs, so he can provide for these hands. But here it is in reverse. Also notice that it's winter in this card, right? So there's a sense of greater need and greater importance to give to charity in the wintertime. And here you may be on the receiving end. You may need some charity. You may need a helping hand from someone. Alternatively, this can also talk about being miserly and not wanting to share what you have, feeling that you need it more than the other people. So we've got the giving and receiving card, we've got the Lovers, which can be a decision, and then we have this Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a very interesting card. In its upright position, a lot of people call this the Thief's card or the card of deceit. Swords are about the mind, intellect. They represent the element of air, and they can also be about communication. So people say, it can be about lies, but 7 is the number of magic. And when you think about the other 7s, we've got the 7 of Cups is about, it's this dreamy energy, and 7 of Pentacles is about creating something, and 7 of Wands is about sort of standing your ground and fighting for what you believe in. 7 of Swords, it can be about deceit, I suppose, but in this interpretation, we've got this old man. He's sitting at a desk, and he's studying. He's removed himself from whatever group or community he's been a part of to focus all of his attention on studying something and discovering the truth about it. We have the moon in the background, and the moon always represents emotion, and it also represents sort of the occult, the veil between the worlds, the other side. So there is this magical element. So this guy, when I say like he's studying, I mean, in the practical world, this can manifest as, taking classes, going back to school, or just reading up on a subject, going down one of those like internet rabbit holes that I know you've all been down at some point or another, where you find this little tidbit of information and you want to know more and you want to know more, and all of a sudden, you're reading through journal articles from 1986 about child psychology. Maybe those are just the rabbit holes I go down. I don't know. But anyway, so this is in reverse. And so when I see this in reverse, I sort of think that the answer might be right in front of you, right? It doesn't require digging it up. The answer doesn't require study. There's no deceit or deception here. The answer can be found out in broad daylight, where the lovers are. So we've got the lovers, which again, so I'm feeling like a union mostly here with this card. So we've got a union at the center of our reading. We've got the being in need of some charity, and the answer being right in front of you here. So I'm trying to bring this all together, and I'm having a little trouble. I wonder, I was thinking before I started reading, when I was meditating a little bit, because this practice, part of the reason I do this is so that I will actually meditate every day, because it's hard for me to remember to do that sometimes. And I was kind of thinking about pulling cards from 2 decks today. Sorry, moving that away. Just because it's a special day, March 1st. So let's just pull, I'm just going to pull 2 extra cards and see what additional messages we can get today. So this is my this is the Green Witch Tarot, the 6 of Athames. So Athames, of course, are swords, and then the King of Pentacles. Can you see these? Let's see. Just scoot those up a little bit. Okay, so we've got a couple new characters in play here. So the 6 of Athames, or the 6 of Swords, is about leaving somewhere and going to a new place. And usually there's sort of like a storm in the background. Yeah, there's like some ruffled waters back there. So leaving for calmer waters for a better situation. So that actually makes a lot of sense with this card here. If you're in a bad situation, then there could be some forward motion today, and some new offer of a new job, or a new place to live, or a new exciting adventure that will move you out of this state of being in need and needing other people's charity, and into a place where you are in control and you can make the decisions. And then we've got the King of Pentacles over here. And King of Pentacles is very comfortable physically, financially, in the material world. He has everything he needs, and he's the master of finance, of money, of material happiness, which is different than spiritual happiness, but still very important, right? So here, I think this guy is modifying the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is about the answer being right in front of you, right? So On this day, there may be a new opportunity presented to you. And so the King of Pentacles, the court cards can also represent individuals, right? So there could be someone bringing in an offer to you, showing you the way. And instead of racking your brains trying to figure out what this 700-year-old manuscript says, you can just listen to what he has to say, and he'll have all the answers for you. And the union here could be between, your hopes and dreams and your actuality, right? Two things coming together. Doesn't have to necessarily be people. It can be concepts or beliefs, belief and actuality coming together and joining forces to bring you a beautiful day and a beautiful month of March. What do you think? Enchanted map? I think enchanted map today. Let's see what the enchanted map has to offer. Okay, I just did a very odd job of shuffling these. Let's okay. I guess that's our card. Rock bottom, huh? And it came out sideways. We'll just pull one. No, that's it. That's our card. Rock bottom. Okay. So, rock bottom. We've all been there. This can feel like rock bottom, but there's a way out, right? The cool thing about rock bottom is that there's only one way to go, and that's up. I was watching a show the other day, and this lady had a really funny line. Well, I guess it wasn't funny. She said, I never knew that rock bottom had a basement. And I thought that was so funny because, sometimes you end up in these positions where you don't think that things can get any worse. And then all of a sudden you turn around and things have gotten worse. But I think that worse and rock bottom is a matter of perspective. And if you look at this card, it's a very interesting card because there are a lot of different perspectives that you could take on this card. And, do those paths lead in or do they lead out? And is that really the bottom or is it the top of something? And it's interesting that it came out on its side because I feel like our world is only ever as good as we perceive it to be. If we look around us and think, why is this happening to me? Why am I so poor? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? Then we're going to feel like we're at rock bottom. But if we look around and appreciate the things that we have, even if we're in a really tough situation, if we can appreciate those small things, that's what's going to move us forward. And that's what's going to turn us into this King of Pentacles here, feeling comfortable in our physical bodies, in our physical world, and happy. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. It was a little rambly today, pretty long, but hey, March 1st. If you liked the reading, go ahead and drop me a note. I'd love some comments. Comments feel like they would just make my day. So I'll see you again tomorrow.